going and protesting and blocking the 101 ain't gonna do shit. Protesting ain't gonna do shit. You know what I mean? What really matters is the money. We need to stop supporting and fucking giving our money to these organizations that profit off of the bloodshed of our people. That's where we need to start. If we could start with that, then we could figure out all this other shit. But as long as you're fucking...
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back. What another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Cerbavelli, back in the place to be, La Merca Superior Palace 81 Studios. We are live in effect, live and direct. It's your boy Mr. Nine Times. Yeah, man, today's mathematics is July 1st, which means it is knowledge, right? The first step to doing, seeing, being anything in this world, the first step is knowledge. You must know before you go on to do the wisdom, the understanding. You gotta know. You know what I mean? You don't just go fucking fix a car and a tire and you say, oh, I got this with no experience. No, you got to know. You got to have the knowledge to fix a car before you go fix it. And otherwise, you're going to fuck some shit up and hurt yourself and or somebody. You know why? Because, dog, you wasn't doing the knowledge, right? Do the knowledge. Peace. Today's drip check, we have the white cement 4s. Black Imperial LMS Militant Minded Snake fucking shorts. The newly, and this is a real special shit. This is a camouflage, black and white and silver camouflage Imperial Invincible Lion. On the back, you're not going to be able to see it, but it's on the back with the everlasting hearts. Like, this is guarantee a 101. All my shits is pretty much 101 that I wear, because nobody has the same cut and or designs, because with me and shit right now, we're going through a revamping of the brand. Just like with the economy, with Ronnie being kind of like, he can't print for me anymore, so we got to figure shit out. I'm going through MIGs now pretty much for everything, the logos and the printing and stuff. So not only am I gonna be rocking different ideas and cuts and everything, designs, things of that nature, but also too, everything's gonna change from the prices to the way I run my business. So, yeah, I just wanted to keep y'all up to date with that. But me and Migs spent hours, bro, just printing out a couple fucking shirts. And to me, I got to see that shit. I can't just be like, I can't look at it on paper. Same thing with shoes, you know, like I'm not going to just cop the fucking shoes and not see how they look on my feet and then like keep going, like keep buying more. For Air Max, like there's a very few amount of shoes out there that I was like, okay, these are fire off the bat, and let me just get them online and try them on. Pretty much like a lot of the shoes that I bought online, I didn't like in person. Can't name them off the top of my head, but just whenever, like going back to doing the knowledge, if you don't do the knowledge completely and you only do a little bit of it, you're not going to get the full function of what you're trying to do. So with anything, with shirts, with clothes, anything you gotta do firsthand, and you just gonna wing that shit, it's not gonna work. Like, tried and true methods of success work every time. Why? Because they are tried and true, not because, oh, I'm gonna fucking do it. So, but in any case, you gotta get out of your comfort zone and do shit, right? Like, that's a part of life too. But I'm just saying, like, we spent a good amount of time trying to get the new clothes and the ideas going off, and I'm very proud to say that we're making good progress. I am gonna have, I mean, I'll always have clothes on deck for anybody that's willing to pop out and try to get some. But as for like right now, I can't support orders, like multiple orders. You dig what I mean? I'm still putting out the logos and stuff, but as far as like, I'm not going around and selling my clothes because I can't at the moment, because I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm not gonna, fucking make a bunch of half-ass designs and shit for people. I'm gonna actually try to make some real solid work. I'm not gonna give y'all bullshit. No matter what I do with the music, the clothes, the podcast, press each other the fuck out. Hey man, you grab the mic. Did you need to? Would you like to say something, sir? I thought you had something to say. Relax with it. So, these are all the sneakers that I got for June. Not too many sneakers that are coming out that are really hyped this month. The Pure Monies are dropping on the 3rd, which is what is it? Thursday, right? Well, it's the 1st. Oh, is it? Yeah, so Thursday. Rare Air 4s are coming out. I don't like them as it is. I don't find 4s to be all that comfortable. The only reason why I have these white cement 4s is because I love these. These might be like the greatest Jordan 4s of all time. I guess it's arguably top 3 Jordans of all time as far as like a GR, what the fuck? I'll say if I were to narrow it down to like 3, just 3, like the grails, I'll say like, I'm not into Jordan 1s, but it's definitely a Jordan 1. For 3s, I guess it would be like, what do you think, buddy? Like black cement 3s, white cement 4s, Jordan 1s. I guess the are they the Lost and Found, or the Chicagos, or the Breads, or the Black Toes? Like all those are like the same. They're fucking like some iteration of black, white, and red. Do you want to go up top? Hold on. You want to go up top? Oh shit! There you go. He likes to go up there. So what is it? So yeah, just not a lot of shoes that are dropping. I got right off the bat, Foot Locker came out with the Kobe triple white Air Forces that have like the snakeskin with the 8 on the left heel and the 24. Those were his numbers that he played for the Lakers on the heels. I love anything with snakes. So anything Kobe I support purely because not only was he a great player, but he represented LA, and also too, his whole theme is the snake shit. I fuck with that heavy right there. So I guess Imperial is synonymous with Kobe just off of the fact that we strive for success, we love snakes, and we are the GOATs. You dig? What is it? The Pure Money 3s are coming out on the 3rd. And the Aqua 8s. Those are really the only sneakers I want to go for, because I think last month I copped like 10 sneakers, and then here I have like 7. So I really want to like cut it down expeditiously. You dig? Shout out to what's my dog's name? Not Ice T, not Vanilla Ice. T.I. Holy shit, that took way too long to fucking get the shit rolling with. I have a lot to talk about, but we always start off the podcast with shoes. So let me see what I had. the book 2s are coming out and they look like fucking bootleg Spiridons, the red ones that they came out with, the sport red Spiridons. I mean, I don't know, I forgot the player's name, but the book ones with the snake skin are fire. I saw them at Foot Locker one time. They were $160. I'm not gonna buy them for $160. I think on StockX they were $120. But I think I'll go over there, try them on, and if I like them, I'll probably buy them just for the fucking sake. Because if they're $120 on StockX, they're gonna be about $160 anyway. And if they're $160 there, it's gotta be like $170. You know what I mean? It's just like, really, am I gonna save like $30? Like, what the fuck is $30 to me? I mean, I guess it is a kind of significant portion of money, but like, if I really want it, I'm saying I'm gonna get it. So yeah, bootleg ass Spiridons. Y'all know how I feel about shoes that they just look like something else. Reed Shepherd is coming out with a new shoes. They look like strawberry Oreo ice creams. They're off the bat, they're like in the 2 somethings. You know, for a new shoe, I don't feel like they like Reed Shepherd. I've never heard of this dude ever. So if I haven't even heard of you and you're coming out with a price point like Jordan, the only reason why I even know about Michael Jordan, number one, like just not knowing shit about shit, right? The first time I ever heard about Jordan's name were the shoes. Then I found out he was the player, and then I found out that people actually love the shoes, to buy the shoes that he actually wore in his games, like the flu games, cement 4s, the Chicago, the 85 breads or whatever the fucks. You dig? So for somebody to put out that price point is kind of insane. And I guess we'll go with the drops that I got for June. So we'll start off with Asics. I gotta talk about Asics, man. Y'all need to really fucking get your packaging, shipping, and handling shit going on. You know why? Because y'all, if I'm spending $200 for a fucking shoe, they better come in a fucking box and not a fucking hefty bag. You dig what I mean? Like the shoe box that these shoes came in were beat the fuck up, ripped the fuck open, right? And let me just talk about these for a second. These are Gel Venture 10s. Fuck. They're very light. They're very comfortable. They have a lot of support. These are the 4E, the wide versions. I love these because I have a wider foot. They have a nice sleek design, a little bit of camouflage above the midsole. I just love the design of these. Just really like slick and tight. The blue accents with the laces and even the bottom sole are like just a really nice touch. The only problem is my big toe is pretty much rubbing against the harder part of the toe box on my left foot whenever I step. So I'm rotating these with my Air Monarchs every other day to kind of like, you know, get to kind of like just wear them out, right? And to make them more comfortable and shit. But if you have like, I think what it is they're more wider and less lengthy. You get what I mean? So if I had like, if they were just like a centimeter or two and more in length, I think I'd get away with making these like my beaters, but they're not. So that's just something to consider. I really like this, you know, the strap on the back, so it's easier. Yeah, I don't use it. I could put on the shoes just fine, but I like how it's really fucking hanging out there to where if you did have trouble or if you were older or something and you just wanted to slip them on and pull them back, you got them like that. But the box that it came in was completely destroyed. You know, I hate them shit so much. Going to Asics, like, look at this box, bro. Like, this shit is all smashed in. Like, this is how it's supposed to look, like a nice square. This shit is beat the fuck up, bro. You know, but these are, I got another pair of Gel NYCs. I wore them one time in Paramount and they're already fucking all beat the fuck up and like gum and shit, which I'm gonna clean up. But these are a very, very beautiful peach. These are peach oatmeal Asics, just a very, very nice. Like this really got me in a pink and peach and like more like acrylic lighter colors. Very, very nice. This reminds me of like something like I call them like peach cobblers. Gel NYCs are probably my favorite Asics right now. And especially for the price point, like for $130. I can't think of a more comfortable shoe. Like Air Max 95s aren't even as comfortable, and they're more. The only reason why I like wearing Air Max 95s, I guess, over these would be more so like for the support. These don't have that much support, but they're way more comfortable, if that makes sense. Like just for foot support, I'd go with the 95s, but for just all around comfortability, I would go with the NYCs. Definitely probably top 5 most comfortable sneakers that I have right now. But I just hate that Asics just goes cheap with their fucking shipping and handling, and I don't like that at all. If I'm spending good money for your brand, if I'm paying $150 for a pair of shoes, I need the packaging, the shipping, the handling, everything like that. I need it to be pristine. And if a company is not going to go out of their way to show me that I'm paying top dollar for the brand and appreciating that, then I'm not gonna buy online. I'll just buy at the store. Like I love Asics, but not that much. Which means you're going to lose my money to another brand. Because if I know that I get a brand like Nike, look at all these boxes, bro, except the New Balance. I bought this online, online. And they're pristine. They all came in boxes. They weren't beat up. And trust me, bro, I worked in shipping and handling. So I know all these boxes get beat the fuck up. Every box doesn't get handled delicately like a fucking ostrich egg. No, these get beat up, kicked, punched, headbutted and shit like that. It's just the fact that it was protected by a box. Asics, if you didn't got a box for fucking every shoe that a person buys, y'all are fucking dumb, bro. Like, y'all are dumb as fuck, to be honest with y'all. No disrespect, because we need a sponsorship for this shit. We'll go on to these. Oh my God. Well, I don't think these came. Did these come in a box? I think they did, because bruh. Let me tell you something about these right here. New Balance 1000 Dragonberries. I mean, this is like a crazy fucking like vibrant like pink. It's like pink with like maybe a hint of like red. It's like a bright pink with like a hint of red. I love these. They feel comfortable as hell, bro. Way more support than New Balance usually has. If you're going for like a 997, 993, like the 990s, all those get shit on by these, bro. I love the design. It's real wavy. You know what I mean? Real like stripe, something like. It got a little bit of mesh with, I don't know if it probably doesn't feel like leather, but it's just maybe nubuck or something. And I like the tiny little N right here. It's just fire. The absorb, the air bubble is the absorb unit. So, obviously you have like the 2000 absorb. This is a very comfortable shoe, very vibrant. And I know exactly which fit I'm going to have off with these. I'm just waiting on Migs for my order. We'll talk more about Migs and what we were doing last week and shit. Maybe I should have got that out of the way first, but no worries. It's okay. Fire. Shout out to New Balance. We have the OG Air Max 95. This is my first OG Air Max 95. On the side right here, it says, Air Max shoes represent the most important advances in Nike air cushioning. Larger volumes, greater efficiency, and more visibility in the heel and now the forefoot. Innovation has never been so clear. And then it says the same shit like in French. Just do it at the end. These are the bright mandarins. I don't even think I've tried them on, but I already know like these are fire as fuck. I love the gradient. It goes from like a light gray down to black with the orange lace ringlets and the air unit, and then obviously the bottom of the sole. This is with the white laces. This is a very tough fit to get off. I really don't know what. Oh, actually, I do know. With the koi fishes, with the 1000s, I'll definitely do the La Michoacana logo flip, and then with these, I'll definitely do with the koi fishes, and obviously, you know, I love Air Maxes. Air Maxes are fucking amazing. I like how they look like a military combat boot meets a runner meets like lifestyle designer type shit. It's very like they can go from your average running looking shoe to, if you could piece it up, like very, very stylish, you know. I want to save this one for last. These were very interesting, man. Right here, these are the Nike Air Tech Challenge 2s. Reminded me a lot of different Jordans. Like, let's just say, you know, 4s and like 1s and 3s or something like that. Maybe like the wings, the 4s, and, you know, like right here, the 1s or something. Just very, very interesting, the design. I've never heard of these shoes before, the Nike Air Tech Challenge 2s. They have the tag didn't come with them. I put the tag right here. But honestly, bro, these are heavy as fuck. And like these flop the fuck around and shit as I'm walking, because I like to walk fast. So these shits literally like hit my fucking ankle, like not my ankle because my ankle's right here, but like my leg and shit as I'm walking. So I think I'm gonna take this off. I kind of like, just for like walking purposes and stuff, I like the little plastic tag, even though it looks dumb as fuck. I appreciate it more, but you know, this just makes it look. The thicker tag makes it look like fucking, you know, I paid good money for this shit. So yeah, and they're really comfortable. You know, they're different. They don't feel like your Jordans, even though they kind of, your average Jordans, even though they kind of look like them. You know what I mean? I like the box. It's real different. It's not like a Jordan box. It flips open. Got the Nike Air on the side, and then when you open it, it says Nike sports shoes are manufactured to the exact specification of champion athletes throughout the world. It says the same thing in fucking French. Right here, I think I know what these are. Yup, the coveted Grape 5s. These are like what got me into 5s. Not just fucking like for the first time, but just I love purple. Like this whole shit right here reminds me of like that Space Jam. My sister had a little blanket that was like this exact like teal green with the purple colorway with the black fire. I mean, this is like one of the sickest shoes of all time. The more that I'm thinking about it, I like white shoes with accents more than I do black shoes with accents. Wasn't always like that. I kind of always liked black shoes when I was younger, but they have these clear little lace things that you could stick your laces through. I kept them on just because, you know, I fucking paid for them, so I'm gonna get the complete clear package. Like the last fucking 4 episodes, like half of like these episodes I spent on talking about shoes. I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all are not into shoes, I guess it's too late now, but whatever. These, man, when we're talking about packaging, when we're talking about a product that really appreciates the dollar you spend, these are the Ama Maniere Air Max 95s. You could not buy these in store online. You could have only gotten a raffle through amamaniere.com. These are my favorite Air Max 95s. The Wish You Were Here's were very similar, but I think these are more brown pinkish. I mean, the suede and I don't even want to touch any of this. It has the Ama Maniere signature right here, the A on the side, and then the brand Ama Maniere logo on the tongue. The laces are kind of like a pink purple, and I could get so many fits off with these. Just the box alone, bro. It's pink, and if you can't tell, you maybe can't tell, but it has like the A pattern, like watermark, but you could feel it. Like it has like a texture to it, like a grip tape texture on the box, but on the cover, it's like you feel the A's and shit. Reminds me whenever there's that A pattern, like especially if you see right here on the paper, it reminds me of retina. So to me, it's like artistic. I love the pink Nike logo, and then A Ma Manière, if you could see it on the inside of the lid. Just the stitching, just everything about this shoe is dope as fuck. It comes with I think brown laces, right? Brown laces, but I'm not gonna wear brown laces. I love them how they are. They're just phenomenal sneakers, and these were all the sneakers I bought for June. My credit card's taking a hit. Shit is getting real with everything. I got a lot of expenses, but you know what? That's life. I've been working hella overtime, and whatever. I'm getting money, and I can't complain, bro. You know, I'm there was this the older homie told me, you know, spend your money. Like, yes, save your money, do what you got to do, take care of your responsibilities, but enjoy your money. I don't go out. I love spending my money on sneakers, doing overtime, and I cannot thank God anymore for the luxuries and privileges I'm living. I live with day to day in my life, and the freedoms and choices that I have, because I could just wake up and do what I want for the most part, and I love it. You know, some people are waking up doing life. They're never going to see their families. They're in the hole, you know, eating fucking tuna out of a can, no fucking mayo, no condiments, no nothing. You know what I mean? So I think appreciation goes a long way. Just in life in general, you know, I used to be really ungrateful about a lot of shit, and I think the more I live life, the more life shows me, like, listen, bro, like, you got it really good. Last Friday, I spun the block and I went to Avenue. Oh shit! I went to some taqueria to try to see if I could see that Weta again, and I told my uncle. My uncle was like really good at just bringing me back to reality. He was like, "Oh yeah, she's gonna go back," and obviously, she wasn't there. So hopefully, like I said, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So, but that really like made me like, I don't know, man. That did some shit with me where I like wrote music and stuff like that. Like, I don't really like women, like that. It's hard, you know. You fucking, goddamn son. You just live life and you're just not expecting it. You know, when you try to find love, you don't find it, and then when you don't really care, like, love kind of finds you and then goes away, or breaks your heart, or fucking emotionally damages you. So if anything happens with that side quest in my life, then I'll keep you guys updated. But you know, love is a funny thing, man. It ain't like the movies where it's like real fucking cookie crisp. It's actually pretty not like that for me, at least as of now. Battle rapper T-Rex had a seizure on stage versus Geechee Gotti. You could tell in the video that's floating around there, he was like kind of struggling to catch his breath and stuff. And then right as he was about to like start getting into his round, he fucking has a seizure and he falls on the floor. It looked very scary. It tripped me out. He did an interview where he was talking about how he has no history of seizures or anything health-wise. I guess I think he said that he wasn't drinking enough water or something like that, and it was really hot. But bro, like, you look at T-Rex and he's like hella overweight. So it's kind of like, I think it's just his, like, whatever his lifestyle, you know. You can't really be, and he's not even that big, but for his size, I don't think he should be that big. When he first started battling, he was really skinny. Then he started gaining weight over time. Then it seemed like around the pandemic, like pre-pandemic, like 2019, he got really big. Then he lost a lot of weight, and it kind of seemed like he's been getting big again, to where he was at his biggest before. So he's doing good right now. Geechee Gotti was checking up on him in the hospital, which I think is really dope. I commend anybody that just goes out and looks out for people. And I thought it was wild because I haven't watched battle rap in a while. Battle rap was something I used to be checking in on all the way every week, every battle type shit. Now it kind of got taken over by wrestling. Let's see. We got 10 more minutes. A lot of the political shit is still going on. Trump is deporting Haitians. There was like a ceasefire, and then there's not a ceasefire anymore with all this bullshit with the Middle East. With that, you gotta take that shit with a grain of salt, because they'll shoot missiles at each other after they just announced a ceasefire. There's this birthright citizenship shit going on. I don't know too much about it, but I guess they're trying to say that you don't get birthright citizenship. I guess they're trying to pass something, allegedly. I don't know the whole thing, that if your parents are immigrants and you're born here, you get birthright citizenship, which I could kind of understand both arguments of why you would be, have citizenship if you were born here, and how you wouldn't be. I get the argument that, like, if both of your parents are here illegally and they have no types of like being in the system, then I would see how, okay, like, you don't get that. But if your parents are immigrants and they're trying to gain citizenship and they have you here, I feel like you should get that, because they're at least trying themselves to gain citizenship. You get what I mean? So I thought that was very interesting. I don't understand why people are suing ICE agents. Why are people suing LA? Or are they suing ICE agents or LA? People are trying to sue LA, right? And there's like one specific dude in general that, he wasn't being aggressive or anything like that, and the cops beat his ass like Rodney King. And it seems like he got money, because there's lawyers and shit that are really on the case with him, and it seems like he's gonna win. But like, why do people want money? It's not just you being affected, dog. There's thousands of people with citizenship, without citizenship for the most part, that are getting fucking fucked over, and you're gonna sue? How about we put these cocksuckers on trial, put them and charge them in a court of law for the shit that they're doing, whoever it is, whether it be Trump, the feds, the CIA. There's somebody pulling the strings, bro, that's responsible for all of this. Nico Bellic. War is where the old and bitter trick the young and stupid in killing each other. You dig what I mean? It's bigger than just you, bro, and you gotta think about it in that we're fighting for something. We're fighting against something that's bigger than just us. You get what I mean? And this really opened my eyes to like the conflicts that are going on in the Middle East and all around the world. I know I've said some harsh shit about not supporting, like, I've never, and I will never say don't support anything, because you can support anything you want, but my whole thing is, if there's problems in our front yard, why are you worried about your neighbor's front yard? That's my only thing. If you support your neighbor and you that's fine. Like, okay, great, but I'm still gonna fight for, this is happening to us right now, bro. And I guess we're all connected in some way, and this really made me realize, like, oh, this shit is all connected. The missiles they're shooting over there in like Israel and all that shit is directly connected to the arrests that are being made in LA when the ICE shits were happening. Maybe not directly, but it all connects. It's all dominoes, dog. Like, this is all a game of dominoes where it all stacks together and people getting points off of that shit. So in that case, I feel like we really need to stand together and fight this bullshit. I put up a donation thing on one of my stories. I feel like that's not enough. I feel like there's more that we need to be doing as a society to kind of rectify, the system that's going on right now. And you know what the funny part is? I feel like they've figured out every single way, like chess. They're really playing chess, bro. They got plans for the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years to fuck us over. We're so like behind because the game that's being played right now has been in play for thousands of years, in my opinion. I'm not no big fucking conspiracy theorist, but I'm just saying like going and protesting and blocking the 101 ain't gonna do shit. Protesting ain't gonna do shit. You know what I mean? What really matters is the money. We need to stop supporting and fucking giving our money to these organizations that profit off of the bloodshed of our people. That's where we need to start. If we could start with that, then we could figure out all this other shit. But as long as you're fucking tweeting and TikToking off of an iPhone, you're really not supporting the fucking freedom fighters, bro. You're very much supporting the people that are funding the blatant corruption and aggressive energy that's going on out here, bro. And don't worry, I got a fucking galaxy. I'm no better. I'm not trying to say I'm better than anyone else. I'm just saying like we need to come up with a game plan, a strategy on how we need to stop supporting these fucking dickheads that are in power and start empowering each other and loving and supporting one another with peace and prosperity. I feel like I could have just ended the fucking episode on that, but we got some shit to go. You know what I mean? I just felt like I had to say that because this shit is still going on. You know, like people are still ISIS still being seen out here. Why? I see CHP out here fucking like overtime. You know, I don't see that shit, bro. Shit is really weird out here. Okay. Oh, and on top of that, fuck Independence Day. 4th of July is Friday, and they could all suck my dick. If you're shooting fireworks on 4th of July, I gotta feel a way about you, man. Because while you're throwing fireworks in the sky, there's people in a cage right now eating fucking jail baby food out of a fucking metal tin tray. If they even get that, you know what I mean? Fuck Independence Day. Let's talk about shit. Raekwon from the Wu-Tang Clan announced his new album, The Emperor's New Clothes. I like that title a lot. Let me see. Okay, fucking. It has notable features from like the Wu-Tang Clan, all the Wu-Tang Clan members, and from what I saw, he's gonna get Raekwon has production from Swizz Beatz, Nas, and Justice League, which is a very good sign. I'm not a super big Raekwon fan. He's a really great rapper. I just haven't been down the Raekwon the Chef albums yet. So when I can, I will. And I feel like WWE has no morals. They were bought and sold long ago. The irony of like people saying TKO's fucking up the WWE and wrestling overall is funny because people thought that about Vince McMahon when he bought out all the territories and basically monopolized wrestling. So the prince or whatever from Saudi Arabia, from the royal family, he's buying everybody out, all the entertainment going on around just everywhere. He has like a big boxing, MMA, and WWE is all under the TKO umbrella. And I feel like the Night of Champions PLE was really good. It was a little clunky at times, but I feel like with all this conflict going on in like the Middle East and over here, it's just fucking insane how these fools are just going over there and getting a bag, and we're all being entertained by it, and no one's like really saying shit. No one's being like, yo, you guys are like getting paid from the blood money that's going on over there allegedly, and that's cool. A couple people are saying that, but I guess I'm no better because I watched it, you know. If I was really about that shit, I wouldn't have watched it at all. But because I'm a fucking wrestling fan, you know, I had to watch the shit. Let's see. So for the Night of Champions, it opened with Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. It was a good match. Seeing a sneak peek of a heel Cody Rhodes was cool. Raquel versus Rhea was a good match as well. It felt like an old school hardcore match. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross was all right, nothing special. Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa was good as well, with the return of Tonga Loa and the debut of Hikuleo. The finish was clunky with Hiku not even being named. Fucking Michael Cole was like, that's Tonga Loa's brother, and you're like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? Like, what are you trying to say? Hilarious. Michael Cole gotta fucking get off of that tootie. It was a trash debut. You know, Michael Cole fucked it all up. I felt like it was just like JC Mateo, where it's like he came out and there was nothing special. They really got to stop doing the hooded figure. Who is that? Like, you know, why can't we just see them run out in their gear and shit like that? Like, why do they have to be in complete street clothes? I just don't really understand that thing for like a debut. It's getting old. They did that with Solo. I think they did that with Solo. When Jimmy or Jay returned, fucking Tonga Loa, JC, they did that with, was Jacob in all black? No, I think Jacob was in his ring shit already or something like that. But yeah, JC and Hikuleo, like it's just fucking getting old and boring now. Hopefully they do a better job at creating a newer bloodline. They keep creating heel factions with some sort of variation of this group, which speaks to the validity of the original. Asuka losing to Cargill was bullshit. Jade Cargill wouldn't be a champion in the indies. It was a very clunky match. You could clearly tell she's as green as the Statue of Liberty. Asuka basically fucking carried that match. I don't think she should have won. I think all the Japanese and Asian wrestlers are very underrated in the WWE, especially the women. We're finally getting Io Sky, like not even a good run. It's just like she's finally championing it for like a decent amount of time. Kairi Sane is great. Asuka's great. The whole I'm missing one. Asuka. It's Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Asuka. I feel like there's one more. Whatever. The Kabuki Warriors, all that shit. But they're really great wrestlers. They have really great wrestling styles that I take, that I take a liking to. And it's just, I feel like they're not being utilized all that well. John Cena versus CM Punk was a dope match. The finish seemed a little chaotic though, just, with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker jumping in and Sami Zayn and Penta. Just like, it just seemed a little convoluted. It was a good match though. Very refreshing as Rollins tried to cash in and Cena bumped the referee, like sent his ass packing. It was a probably the best like Cena finish of a match since Backlash, where he turned heel. So overall, Night of Champions, like thinking about it, it was a little clunky at times. But I guess where it mattered most in the matches, it is where like it really counted. So there was just to refresh my memory, I was looking at this article where they gave it a B. I'd give it a B as well if I were to do a rating on it. It was really cool. Not a great pay-per-view, not a bad pay-per-view. It was a good pay-per-view. Album review: Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. In a Piñata. In a hip-hop era past its golden years of authentic criminal music, Gibbs and Madlib revitalized the genre's humble beginnings with their debut collaboration. At the time, groups like Pro Era, Flatbush Zombies, TDE, and Odd Future were dominating. Hypebeast, Teenage Skaters to the more rural areas of Los Angeles and New York needed something for the more underground backpacker crowds. Those who desired music of a time before didn't have to wait long. Blaxploitation samples over soulful beats bring the album's intro in. If you had to step on 10 people to get $1, then you stepped on 10 people. Scarface sounds like the pilot to an episode of Miami Vice. Every track hits hard with the features almost falling flat, but they keep their head above water. Sorry to all the features out there. My favorite features are Scarface and Mac Miller. I wish I could go in depth with the tracks, but pretty much it's a bulletproof album. It leaps over the bulletproof meter. My favorite tracks, just off the top of my head right now, I didn't even write this down, but like Scarface, Broken, Uno, Harold, all the beats slap. They all go on each other seamlessly. Pause. The skits are funny. It's just really great. I just think that the features could have been better with, I guess, Mac Miller being like one of the better features, and maybe like Damo too. Obviously, Knicks is a great song. Lakers seems like an LA anthem, and I give it an A. The message of the day, man, is just going back to like, be grateful. You might not have everything you have. Your life may not be perfect, and it's never gonna be perfect at all. So just appreciate the fact that what you have now is a lot more than a lot of other people in the world. And with that, this is the God's Hour.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my headstone.